If you want to make tons of sales in your Etsy shop, then you know design really is key. You can have okay SEO, okay pricing, okay shop banner and stuff like that, but if your design is a loser, then the odds of you making sales on that product are really low. When I first started, I spent way too many hours trying to figure out how to design for things that people actually want to buy, and I didn't really understand how to use the design apps. And so in today's video, I'm actually going to show you guys some Canva design hacks that are really going to speed up your design process and really help you create really nice looking designs that are on trend and can get you sales. And if you're new around here, hi, my name is Ariel. I am a six-figure print-on-demand Etsy seller. I've been selling on Etsy since 2023. I was able to quit my job as a full-time physical therapist assistant and replace my income just in a year and a half of doing print on demand. And now I get to do this from home and teach you guys everything that I know so that you can eventually, if you want, quit your jobs too and make this a full-time business. I know design is one of the hardest things to learn in the very beginning, but it's one of the most important things to learn in the beginning. You can make a ton of designs. You can put out thousands of listings, but if the designs are not good, they're not on trend and what people actually want to buy, then you are really just wasting your time. You have to learn how to use these design apps, how to create designs that are trending, and that is what can really get you your own bestsellers in your store. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. All right, here we are over in Canva. I'm going to show you guys some features that I use in Canva that help me edit my designs almost daily. And then I'm also going to show you a few secret hacks that you may not know of. So we're going to go ahead and choose custom size. Now, when you're designing your design board, it's really good to look in Printify to see what the print area is for your specific design. I usually do t-shirts and sweatshirts, so 500 by or 5,000 by 5,000 is a pretty good size, and it pretty much matches those print areas in Printify. So here I am over in Printify. They are my print provider where they do all the printing and shipping for me. And what's cool about it is you don't actually have to pay them until you get an order on Etsy, and then you pay Printify whatever it costs to print and ship it, and then you get to keep the difference. So it's really an amazing system and can help you grow your shop super fast. They have a whole catalog. I went to the bestsellers, and you can just scroll through and see some of the bestsellers. I highly recommend when you're choosing a product, choosing something that is a bestseller already, because that means it's in demand and people are actually wanting to buy it and they are actively searching for it on Etsy. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do the comfort color 1717 today for our example. So you're just going to start designing, and then what I'm talking about for the print area is under this little informational button up here, it'll pop up with this screen, and basically it'll say your print area size. So it's 4494 by 5097 pixels. So what you could really do is create a custom artboard in Canva, and then you would basically just type in the print area and it will pull it over to be fitting exactly how you want it on the shirt or whatever product you choose. But I'm just going to create new design. Next, I'm actually going to use Creative Fabrica. I love using Creative Fabrica. They have so many designs and fonts that you can use in your designs, and they really do keep up with the trends. So if you just look in, you know, your holiday, your niche, usually you're going to be able to see some trends popping up, and you can use those templates and then edit them yourself, or you can use them and then change them with AI to fit your niche. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and just type in Halloween, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just scroll through and get some ideas. ideas. Already I see a really popular trending design here with the stripes that is very trendy right now, and the coquette, the bows are just not going anywhere. This is another trending design style with the 4 graphics across. So I'm already seeing some popular design styles. We have a Halloween bundle of, the retro style that has never gone out of style ever since I started on Etsy. So yeah, and look at this, the checker. This is like the checkerboard, but it's also like vintage. So we could really use any of these as a template. I think I'm actually going to choose this one here because it's a pretty popular design style, and I'm just gonna download it. Okay, so I just brought this design onto my board. I just uploaded it into Canva. I'm just gonna kind of make it bigger. So there are so many things that we can do with this design where we're not copying, but we're taking the overall style and we are changing it for our niche or just changing it to look completely different. So what I'm going to do is use one of the features that I like on Canva. They actually do have an AI feature where they can actually create designs or change designs for you. Now, it's not as great as Kittl, but I still think it does a pretty decent job. So I really like that this has, the overall style that we really like. But I think I'm going to change the pumpkin into something different. So I think I'm going to change it into maybe a reading shirt. And I'm going to ask it to change the pumpkin to maybe some books and see what it comes up with. So what you're going to do is just click on it and you're going to have this Ask Canva button. And off to the side, you can ask it to change your image. So I just said, please please keep the same design style, but change the pumpkin to a stack of books. We will see what it comes up with. I'm just going to click submit. And just like that, it changed it to a stack of books with a little witch's hat. I think that's super cute. We could definitely add some text to this. So all you would have to do is, make it a little smaller, and you could even, add a text underneath it, something about like, books and Halloween to make sense. But I think that the AI actually has been getting a lot better on Canva. So if you haven't used the AI feature, I just wanted to show you guys that really quick. My next hack is if you have a font in another design that you want to know what the font is, or a similar font, you can grab it from Creative Fabrica. You can even screenshot a Etsy design for inspiration from one of the best sellers, and you can basically bring it over to Canva. So I'm just going to download this one. And then I uploaded it to Canva, and basically you're just going to click on the image, you're going to click edit, and then you're going to use this magic layers button here. And what it's going to do is it's going to try to separate the layers in the design. And if there's any font in the design, it's going to do its best to find a font in Canva that actually matches that font. And this is what happens. It's going to basically pull all the designs into individual designs, which is really cool, even the font. So you can even click on it, and now you have this little cat if you wanted to use this little cat in your own design instead of just stealing Creative Fabrica's design and slapping it on a shirt. You can use design elements if you want in your design, but I'm just wanting to use the font, and it did its best, but I don't think this is the exact font that they used. But if you click on the font, it'll tell you what font in Canva matches it pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to duplicate this and say I wanted to use this font for this design here, and you wanted it to say something else like read more books or whatever. That's really popular. Let me change the color so we can see. Hold on. Gotta highlight it, change the color. And it's usually like books. And so now we have the font that we liked from the other design, and we edited this design as well to have a different graphic. So we're taking things that are working from different designs, and we're kind of, mixing them together to create something new. Now, another cool feature I wanted to show you guys in Canva is say you wanted the font to match one of these colors in this design here. So you're going to click on your font, and when you click on the color button here, there's going to be a tool dropper. So you're going to basically click on that, and say we wanted it to match the purple. We're just going to click on the purple, and boom, it's matching the purple in the design. So now your design looks much more cohesive. Another really cool feature is Canva. Usually if you bring your design over and you edit it here in Canva and use the AI feature like I did, now it's going to pull up the design colors for you. It doesn't always do this, but like I said, I used AI to edit this, so I think that's why it's pulling up all the colors. So what's really cool is when you click on each color, you can actually change, say you didn't want the bows to be this turquoise color, you can change them to say something that you want, like pink. And then you can just click pink and boom, look at all the bows are now changed to pink. And same with the witch's hat. Anything that was that turquoise color is now going to be pink. Same with this. Like if we wanted this like dark gray, whatever color to be, let's say, I don't know, we want it to be like a dark blue. It'll change everything to that blue color. So you can kind of play around with the colors and make the design even more different than the original so it doesn't look like you're completely copying. And yeah, I think this is really cool how we can so quickly take something that is trending but make it our own using all of these really cool features in Canva. I wanted to show you guys one more feature that I use all the time in Canva, but we're going to have to use a different design for this. It's actually when you want the entire design to be one color and you want to just change it all to be monochromatic. So let's find a design that actually works for this. Okay, so this is a pretty good example of how we can change the whole design. So I'm going to download this and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I brought this design over into Canva. Now when we click on it, you can change two of the different colors here, but if this was not an option to change the colors and you wanted to change the entire design to say white, what you can do is you can click edit, and then I really like to use, it's the duotone. So it's going to be under filters right here, and you're just going to scroll until you hit duotone. Sorry, my Everbee is coming up right now. I have an Everbee extension that is for my research on Etsy. That's why that was popping up. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and click the custom. And then when you click the custom, you can change these to both white, and then it will change the entire design to white for you. And then let me just change the background color. So let's just change it to that, and boom, now your design is all white. One more feature I'm going to show you guys that I use all the time on Canva, and I'm sure some people already know of these features, but I think all of these that I'm sharing in today's video are super valuable when you are trying to make some edits and changes to your designs. So I like to use the eraser tool, but what I like to do is click on this, remove the background. Once the background is removed, you just click on remove background again, and it will actually come up with this eraser tool that works super well. And all you would do is you can just erase, say, the words around the design. So say you only wanted to use part of the design in your design, but change out the words, you can easily just delete all of the, or erase all of the words, and boom, just like that, you have created your own kind of design that you can use, but also change the words so that you're not completely copying. Now, I would even take it a step further and ask it to like change out the graphic too, using that AI feature. But these are all great ways to take things that are working but make it your own instead of just taking graphics from Creative Fabrica and then putting them on a shirt. You're actually not allowed to do that on Etsy. You need to have a hand in the design process. So meaning like what I'm doing where you erase something, you take one element or you change it with AI to make it make sense for your niche, and you could come up with designs much quicker. You don't have to create designs from scratch. There are so many features in Canva that can really help speed up the process for you. But let me know down in the comments if you use any of these features, or if there was a feature that I shared today that you just did not know about and you're going to use. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate you booping that little subscribe and like button. That way I know you found value from this video and I can make more videos like this for you guys so that you can design much quicker. I hope that you learned something new in this video and you can use these hacks moving forward to make really good designs for your shop and get lots of sales. I really hope these design hacks were super helpful and you can use these when you are designing to really speed up your process and create good quality designs that people actually want to buy. Now it's time for our weekly wins. Every week I like to share a win with you guys, and I encourage you to drop your weekly wins down in the comments, and I plan on featuring your weekly wins in the upcoming videos to really celebrate everybody and where you're at in your journey. But my weekly win was I actually was able to hire my best friend to help me with my customer service, my orders. She's also helping me with some listing just because I'm super busy with YouTube, coaching, and other things that I'm working on. And so I am just so grateful to get her help. And I'm just grateful that my shop is growing enough to be able to hire someone to help me with my shop. So I'm just super excited and celebrating that win. But drop your weekly wins down in the comments. It doesn't matter how small or how big they are. I remember when I first started, I was celebrating even the small wins, and it was so fun to look back and just be proud of myself to see how far I came along the way, and really just enjoy the journey and be proud of yourself for where you're at. Don't compare to other people. Comparison is going to rob you of your joy. And I really think it's so important to just celebrate where you're at on your journey and be proud of yourself. As always, I hope everyone is having a wonderful week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.